यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना वनचारी यमुना वनचारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी श्री श्री राधा माधव जी की जय, श्री श्री कुंज बिहारी जी की जय, राधा श्याम सुंदर विशाखा देवी जी की जय, श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय, श्री श्री गौर नित्याय जी की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, शिला गुरुदेव की जय, नित्याय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, माता जी। वेलकम टू ऑल ऑफ यू। Today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are going to discuss from second chapter, verse number 18. Content summarized. The Bhagavad Gita as a whole, if you see the second chapter, it contains almost everything. So each and every verse of second chapter, although all the 700 chapter verses, all the 700 verses are equally important, but sometimes we have to choose and we have to see the message given by the Lord. So in this message, what Krishna is further explaining about the soul, the Sankhya Yoga. So we'll discuss on 18th verse. Before entering into the pages of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, let us pay our obeisances to all the acharyas and take the obeisances of everyone in the form of Mangalacharan. Then we'll enter into the pages of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्न्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथन्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां च सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्राद्धा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्राद्धे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामने। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरे कृष्णा। Wonderful discussion is going on. अंतवन्तः नित्यस्य उक्तः शरीरिणः अनाशिनः अप्रमेयस्य तस्मात् युद्धस्व भारत अंतवन्ता इमे देहा नित्यस्योक्ताः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्मा युद्धस्व भारत अंतवंत इमे देहा नित्यस्योक्ताः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्मा युद्धस्व भारत अंतवंता इमे देहा नित्यस्युक्ताः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्मा युद्धस्व भारत. Please repeat. अंतवंता इमे देहा अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्मा युद्धस्व भारत अंतवंता इमे देहा नित्यस्युक्ता शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्मा युद्धस्व भारत अंतवंता इमे देहा नित्यस्योक्तः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्मा युद्धस्व भारत. Anyone else? Yes. अंतवंता इमे देहा नित्यस्योक्ता शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्मा युद्धस्व भारत. हरे कृष्ण. अंतवंतः perishable, इमे all these, देहा material bodies, nityasya eternal in existence, uktaha are said, sharirinaha of the embodied soul, anasinaha never to be destroyed, aprameyasya immeasurable, tasmat therefore, yuddhasva fight, bharata O descendant of Bharata. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti-yoga Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight, O descendant of Bharata. Please repeat. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight, O descendant of Bharata. Please listen. Purport. The material body is perishable by nature. It may perish immediately or it may do so after 100 years. It is a question of time only. There is no chance of maintaining it indefinitely. But spirit soul is so minute that it cannot even be seen by an enemy, to say nothing of being killed. As mentioned in the previous verse, it is so small that no one can have any idea how to measure its dimensions. So, from both viewpoints, there is no cause of lamentation, because living entity as he is cannot be killed, nor can the material body be saved for any length of time or permanently protected. The minute particle of the whole spirit acquires this material body according to his work, and therefore observance of the religious principles should be utilized. In the Vedanta Sutras, the living entity is qualified as light because he is part and parcel of the supreme light. And as sunlight maintains the entire universe, so the light of the soul maintains this material body. As soon as the spirit soul is out of the material body, the body begins to decompose. Therefore, it is the spirit soul which maintains this body. The body itself is unimportant. Arjun was advised to fight and not sacrifice the cause of religion for material bodily considerations. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this particular verse and the previous verse, these two verses are together, 17 and 18th. Krishna is drawing a conclusion here. Tasma yuddhasva bharata. Therefore, O Bharata, fight. The fight when we are talking about, nobody likes fighting. Sane people don't like fighting. But then when the fighting is for the cause of good for the mankind, welfare of the mankind, then fighting is welcomed. Whole Mahabharata war just was the fighting between the bad and good. Kauravas and Pandavas, they were on the part of the side of the religion, and Kauravas were on the side of the irreligion. So if the irreligion and religion you have to choose, so whatever needed to protect, that you have to do. And that Krishna in his incarnation as Krishna has shown this point. That if needed, you have to fight, you should fight. But don't take fight as personal fight. When we fight and make it personal fight, then you lose the whole viewpoint. The fight should be for a cause, and that cause should be on the side of the dharma, not on the adharma. So this Lord Krishna is drawing this conclusion. If we go to the background, the first chapter of this, which is we have seen that observing the both sides of armies, the whole Bhagavad-Gita started with one question from Dhritarashtra, Dhram Kshetre Kurukshetre Samviyat Savaha. Mamka Pandavascheva Kim Ukarva Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra basically he differentiated between his own sons and Pandu's sons. Mamka Pandavas. And that became the basis. When you treat people differently, that means you differentiate on the basis of your own relationship, your own self-interest, your own things which is leading to only grabbing tendency. The Dhritarashtra is the symptom of the grabbing tendency. He wants to grab the whole kingdom, which is not for him. Right? So that became the basis. So we see that whatever is happening in the first chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, that Arjuna is observing this whole army, and then there is an impact or there is an effect on Arjuna by simply seeing both the armies, and that lead to his illusion of Arjuna. Illusion was, what is illusion? Illusion is, we think this is and that is not there. We think this something which is in front of us, but next moment that is gone. So that is the illusion, basically. So Arjuna is thinking all these people, my grandfather, maternal father, uncles, sons, grandsons, great-grandfather, everybody is standing in front of him, and they will perish in the war. So he became compassionate. So Arjuna gave 6 reasons not to fight. The first reason was that there will be only inauspiciousness. There is no Shreya. Only it will be Ashreya, inauspiciousness. And there is nothing good in this fight. All the reasons are very valid. There is no problem with all those reasons. Then he says there is no gain. If you do something, there should be some gain, but there is no gain. Between 32 and 35, these 4 verses, he says there is no gain. 30th verse, he says there is no auspiciousness. 31st verse, there is no good things. And 36 to 38, he says that we will incur sins. So he is afraid of the sins. Then he says religion and destruction will lead to the family traditions, will destroy the family traditions, which are very important. Kul parampara, kul chay kritam dose. Then in the end, he says, when you have kul traditions are lost, family traditions are lost, then what happens? Then irreligion takes place, family gets polluted, and then unwanted population is there, which is happening today, which is the fact, in fact, what is happening today. So all this, and then immediately we see in the first verse from Sanjay in 2nd chapter, that he paints a picture of Arjuna, Asnu Purya Kuleksham, that his eyes are full of the tears and is so in bad condition, Arjun. He paints his picture, and then after that, what we see in 2nd and 3rd verse, because Arjuna has spoken a lot, now it's time to Krishna to start treatment. Arjuna is like a patient and Krishna is a doctor. So he is treating the patient now. What patient, when he sees the disease is very bad, immediately doctors will pick up an injection and put an injection, right? So 2nd and 3rd word is like an injection. When he says, Kutaswa akasmaidam vismesam upasthitam. Where do you get this all this kalmasa? Where from this kalmasa has come? And then he put further next dose of injection. He says, Klebyam mamisk mama partha. He is addressing Arjuna as Klebyam. Klebyam means important. Napunsak. Arjuna is a fighter. When somebody is a fighter, a great fighter, in the fame of Arjuna, you tell Klebyam, he will be shocked. He will take his bow and arrow to shoot. But Krishna is now Guru. And then even after that, Arjun gives further argument in verse number 4, 5, 6. And after giving those arguments, in 7th verse, he surrenders. 7th, Karpanna dosu upasavava. He surrenders completely. When Arjun surrenders, but this surrender is a conditional surrender. It's not a full surrender. Why? If you surrender, then there should not be any questions remain. But there are still so many questions in the mind of Arjuna remain. That's why after 7th, again in 8th verse, he is having a doubt. Fight or not fight? And finally in 9th verse he says, Sanjay says, Babuvaha, he remained silent. He became silent. What he says? Nasati Govindam, I will not fight. So Arjun is taking a position of his Guru at that stage. Why? He is giving a decision. Decision should be left to the Guru, not to the disciple. He should decide whether he should fight or not fight. But he says, I will not fight. No, it's a Govindam. So Govind, I will not fight. And he became silent. Then Krishna picked up from this point onwards, 11th verse onward, Krishna started speaking. Asochan sochatam pagyavadan bhase. And then from verse number 11 till 30, this is basically Sankhya Yoga, which is about the soul. So he has given a lot of instructions to Arjuna, Krishna, about the body, about the soul. Till now, he has told about, first he told, when you speak, mind, what are you speaking? Asochan socha sampagyavadan bhase gatasuna nanu sochanti panditaha. You are speaking like a learned person, like a pandit. You don't know whom we should lament, on whom we should not lament. Gatasun, gatasun. Those who are there, those who are going to go, you are lamenting for them. What for? You are speaking like a learned person. Then he speaks about season, matras, pasakont, and all that. Finally, we are coming to 17th and 18th verse, right? In 17th verse, which is these two verses related, Avinashi tadvidhi yena sarvamidam tatam vinasham na kaschitam kartum arhasi. Avinashi, the soul is indestructible. Avinashi tadvidhi, you know that soul is indestructible. And yena sarvamidam tatam, this pervades the whole body. If you see the purport, today's purport, Srila Prabhupada wrote in the purport, he gave an example also. What is the example given? Example he gave like sun maintains the whole universe, right? Similarly, the soul is the sun for this body. Till soul is there in the body, body is maintained. The moment soul leaves, body perishes. If somebody dies means what? It's not a physical death. There is example in Srimad Bhagavatam. Hiranyakashipu gives this example. Usinar king, when he is killed in the fight, and why is giving this example, Hiranyakashipu? The same situation which we are seeing here. There is a lamentation. By whom? By the sons of Hiranyaksh and his wife and mother Diti. Hiranyakashipu, being the now remaining elder member of the family, he is consoling them, the family. He is giving parupdesh kusal bahutire. You give preach to others, but you don't preach to yourself. Here, Hiranyakashipu is preaching to others, but he is not preaching anything to himself. He remains as it is. So he is preaching, and he gives an example that he should not lament. Why should not lament? He gives that there was a king called Usinar city's king, and he was killed in the fight. All the relatives, the queens, the ministers, they were not allowing this body of the king to be burned. And the rule of the Shastras is, if somebody dies in the daytime, by the sunset, the body should be burned. It should not be kept overnight. That's the rule of Shastras. And they're not allowing. And this is against the rule. So Yamraj himself comes there and tells these people that I'm a small boy, a 5-year-old boy. In the form of boy, Yamraj comes. I have no protector. I have been wandering through the jungle and all the ferocious animals, but I have been protected. There is no problem for me. And you are lamenting for whom? Your husband, your king, your relative. He is lying here. He has not gone anywhere. He is lying here. So what for you are lamenting? You are lamenting for your king or your husband. He is there. But his body doesn't move. Why it doesn't move? Because something has left that body. And that something is the real thing, which is the soul. The moment soul leaves the body, you cannot talk, you cannot hear, you cannot smell. All your senses stops working. So like sun maintains the planet, same way the soul maintains this body. This is the example Srila Prabhupada has given. Now in this word, today's verse, we have different words here which are very, very important. Nityas, that means always. Nityas, eternal. Then anasinaha. Then aprameyas, tasmad. We will discuss these 4 words. Okay. Let us discuss first this important thing is anasinaha. Anasina means which cannot be destroyed. And Krishna will give further in 23 onwards, then verses he is going to speak. about the soul. It cannot be destroyed, the soul. Now, Srila Prabhupada wrote in the purport that these two things are related. Anasinaha aprameyasya. Why it cannot be destroyed? Even it cannot be seen. It is immeasurable. Soul cannot be measured, cannot be seen. If something you cannot see, unseen person, how can you kill it? There is no question of killing, right? So anasina means a thing which never changes. A thing which never changes, never decays, never gets extinct. We see, we hear, scientists keep calculating, coming out with daily new things. This species has been extinct now, no more. Dinosaurs we don't see anymore on this planet, right? So they are extinct. But the soul species never extincts. This is always there, never extincts. And at least by any cause, under any circumstances, it remains always there. So it is anasi. Nasi means, nasi is called which can be destroyed. Anasi means we cannot be destroyed. Anasinaha, anasi. Spirit soul is not exposed to destruction or change. So it is indestructible, imperishable. Spirit soul. Second point is aprameyasya. Aprameyasya means which cannot be measured. But you will say, we saw last verse, 17th verse in Srila Prabhupada gave in the purport two examples of the measurement of the soul, right? First measurement was from the Shweta Upanishad 5.9. Bharga satbhagasya satada kalpitasya cha bhago jiva sa vigyeha sa channat kalpate. Balagra satbhagasya. The tip of the hair, you make 100 parts. From each part, you make another 100 parts. So 100 to 100, how much? 10,000. If you make a division of the tip of the hair to 10,000, that is the size of the soul as per the Shastras. But it is given immeasurable. What does it mean? This contradictory looks like, right? But it's not contradictory. Why? Both are true. It can be measured only by the Shastra Chakshu. It can be measured by the Charm Chakshu. Shastra Chakshu says tip of the hair divided by 10,000. Physically you cannot do it. The smallest dimensions which scientist has worked out, even that cannot be measured into this aspect. So then another is speaking in the purport, the last purport. Kesagra satbhagasya satamsa sadasmakaha jiva sukshma sarupoyam sankhyatito hi chitkaranaha. Same thing again given over there. And we nicely see in the Bhagavad-Gita 8th chapter. Kavim Puranam Manusasitaram Anoranyansam Asamanu Sarmedhya Sarva Sadhataram Achinta Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamsa Parastat. 8.9. What is given here? The qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Kavim Puram Anusasitaram Anoranyansam. Smallest of the small. He is the smallest, Anor. And he is the biggest also. Examples. The biggest examples, Vaman Avatar. Right? And Anor, what is the example of Anor? Paramatma feature. But Paramatma feature we know. We have the example of Uttara. Remember? when Kunti Mata was there and Krishna is about to leave, right? He is just standing on the chariot and suddenly he hears the voice, Pahi Pahi Mahayogim Dev Dev Jagatpate Nanyam Tadavayam Pasya Yatra Matyu Parasparam. Uttara is crying, Pahi Pahi Mahayogim. Surrenders, I am surrendering you. Mahayogi, Dev Dev Jagatpate. Natadvanam Pasya. I don't see any other person to save me from this situation. O Lord of Lords, O Lord of Universe, you are the greatest of mystics. Please protect me, Pai Pai Ma Yogim. And there is no one else who can save me from this clutches of death in this world of duality. So Krishna, what he did immediately? He entered into the womb of Uttara. Bhagavatam says it's the size of the thumb. But there was no operation done, there was no cesarean done. Krishna went inside. How did he went inside? He can do, he is the inconceivable potency. He can enter anywhere. Even the smallest, the atom, he can enter into the atom also. He enters into the atom also. So that's how Krishna entered into the womb of Uttara and protected Parikshit Maharaj. So this is so important, Prabhuji Mataji. So important that Anoraniyansam. He can be smallest, he can be biggest also. And this soul we see from 15th chapter, Mame Vanso Jeev Loke Jeev Bhut Sanatana, is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, right? So same qualities the soul has. Like Supreme Lord maintains the whole creation. Same way the soul maintains this body. Srila Prabhupada wrote in the purport. Then we see the word Nityasya. Nityasya means the soul does not go any change. Nitya, it always remains as it is. We have Bhagavad-Gita as it is. The soul remains as it is. There is no birth, there is no death, there is no decay, there is no change. So unchanged. Undergo any change. It never ceases to be and it exists all the time. That is Nityasya. Then we see very nice conclusion in this verse. Tasmad yuddhasva bharata. So the tasmad basically meaning therefore. It is used for different purposes. Here it's sort of a conclusion. In Bhagavad-Gita, if you see, tasmad word has been used by Krishna in 2.30, 3.19, 8.7, 8.27, but this has been used as a context. But in 2.25, 27, 37, 68, 1133, it has been used as a concluding reasoning. So two things, as a context and concluding reasoning. And if you see this tasmad word which Krishna is using, now he is saying tasmad yuddhasva bharata. Oh Bharata, now you should fight. Why should you fight? Because you are lamenting, you gave me all those 6 reasons which you spoke in the beginning. And those reasons were just for the body. And body always perishes. We cannot protect it in any case. So there is no reason to lament. And if you are thinking of the soul within the body, soul is not indestructible. So why should you lament for that also? In either situation, there is no cause of lamentation. That's what Krishna is saying. So, tasmad yuddhasva bharata. Krishna wants Arjuna to realize the real thing. The real thing is the soul is unchanged. Avinashi tatvidhi. Aprameyas. Anasinaha. You should understand these aspects of the soul. And by realizing this essence, you can get rid of unreal. There is a real and unreal. The illusion is because of real you things as unreal, unreal things use as real. We dream in the night time, right? So during dreaming period, we think whatever we are dreaming is all real, but that is unreal. Because the moment we wake up, everything is gone, right? We know that story of Narada, that when Narada got proud that I have conquered the lust, Kama. So he went to his father, Lord Brahma. Brahmaji didn't give any attention. Went to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva didn't give me any. He said, okay, fine. You told me that you have conquered the Kama, but never tell to the Lord Vishnu. You know that story. I don't know you know or not. So he goes to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu creates Maya. In that Maya, Narad Muni wants to get married to that princess. And in the end, what we see, and in that process, he curses Lord Vishnu also. That's why he gets the birth as he appears as a Lord Rama to get this separation from Mata Sita. So this is the real. Krishna wants Arjun to understand what is the real and what is unreal, right? So in practical life, duty, whatever is assigned, must be discharged. We should not shy away from our duties. Whatever varna or ashram you are, whether you are a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, or you are a Brahmachari, Grahast, Vanpras, Sannyasi, each varna ashram has its own duties. Perform those duties. Krishna says 3.35, Sriyan Swadharmo Viguna. Arjun, it is better to do your own duties rather than following others' footsteps. I consider this Shreya much better. Therefore, while discussing the real and unreal according to the discipline of knowledge, Krishna orders Arjuna to fight. In other words, he advises Arjuna to discharge his duty, even if he follows the discipline of knowledge. The Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, whatever system you are following, in every system, everything, you must follow your duty. And as we saw in the purport, Srila Prabhupada wrote that everything is material is perishable. Nothing can be saved, right? The immortal soul is different from the body, right? It can never dissolve into anything because one thing is matter and another thing is spirit. Spirit and matter never get dissolved into each other. Matter remains matter, spirit remains spirit. So spirit, which is there, immortal soul, it is different from the body. But when this immortal soul identifies itself with the body, it develops two things. When you identify yourself with the body, you develop two things. What is that? An ego or I-ness. Me and mine. I and mine. And that Rishabh Dev spoke so much on the 5th canto Srimad Bhagavatam about the me and mine. The whole Bhagavatam is one of the basis. We are always in the I-ness or ego. And because of that, regards death as self's death. There is no soul is indestructible. But when we say so and so has died, we think that person, that soul has died. because you are identifying that soul with that body. Body is always perishable and soul is never perishable. So you identify the soul with the body. That's why you think the death of the soul, which never happens. It is a wrong identification basically. And then you think, how do you think? For example, a person thinks, I have so much wealth, I am wealthy. I have so much knowledge, I am knowledgeable. I am beautiful, I am strong, I am renunciate. All these six opulences Bhagavan has, all these things we think, I. This is I-ness. And this causes the whole cause of illusion. Because they are all part of the attachment to the body. So when we extend to the wealth and family, etc., because he accepts these things as his own, and having affinity for these things, by this affinity, this I-ness and mine-ness, all evils are born. Whatever evil things are born because of this I-ness and mine-ness. Evil things when we say, for example, there is so much fight going on, right? What for? Oil, wealth, position. I am the president of United States. I am the president of Iran. All this fight is going because of I-ness or mine-ness. And because of this wrong identification, all these evils are born. And one cannot discriminate between the real and unreal. The whole truth is that you should have this discrimination power, discrimination intelligence, that what is real, what is unreal. Anything which is material is unreal. Why unreal? It is going to Paris. Bhumi Mata in 12th canto, 3rd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. She is laughing. Who? At whom? She is laughing at those kings who thought they will always remain there, they will rule over the earth. She counts each and every one of those great kings. Everybody has gone. Nobody remains. Hiranyakashipu planned to become immortal. He asked so many conditions from Lord Brahma. I should not die daytime, nighttime, morning, evening, inside, outside, whatever intelligence could think. Neither of these you are created 12 months, not by any weapon, not by human being, not by animal. He put all whatever he could think, but he still died, right? So nobody is immortal. Only soul is, this body is mortal and soul is immortal. So if we see, therefore, first we should perceive, what we should perceive, that self, I am always existent. As a soul, always there. Na te vasam jatu nasam natam nime janadipa. Krishna told in, I think, 13th verse. Neither you or me, we were always there. But as a body, nobody will remain. So, even up to the extent, the greatest, the Lord of Death, right? He also has to meet the same fate as we meet the fate. As a body, the body always perishes. He has to also leave. Lord Brahma, after his 100 years, he has to leave the body. Indra, all demigods, after their manvantara is over, their time is over, everybody has to leave. Maitreya Muni speaks to Vidur Maharaj when he is doing the time calculation in 3:11:39. He says, Kaloyam Parmanuvadi Dviparardhantra Iswaraha Neva Shitum Prabhur Bhuman Iswaro Dham Maninam. He is saying the Lord in the form of time can control only those who are body conscious. The Kal, the Lord in the form of Kala, controls whom? He controls those people who are body conscious. And most of us, those pure devotees, different. Most of us think, I am this body. And Srila Prabhupada gave millions time this statement, I am not this body, I am the soul, I am the soul. But still we don't practice this, the I am the soul. If you do that, if we conclude that no, I am the soul, there is nothing for the soul to be lament or be happy. Labha labho jaya jayo. In any situation, you should not feel anything, right? So Krishna, when he's speaking to Arjuna on this aspect, he's establishing the fact that you should understand what is real, what is unreal, what is perishable, what is not perishable. Once you understand that, then you think, then you analyze, is there any cause of lamentation or there is no cause of lamentation? And that Krishna is concluding that. That's why he says, Tasma Dasva Bharata. That's why you fight. Because of the soul, really, Prabhuji Mataji, we are able to see, hear everything. He beautifully speaks, Krishna, in the 15th chapter, 13th verse. Gama visya bhutani dharami amojasa puchnami chotsi sarva soham bhutva satmaka. You take lump of sand in your hand, right? Close your fist. What happens? When you open the fist, if there is a moisture in the sand, you will see the shape of your fist on that sand lump, right? But the moment you leave that sand from your hand, what happens? It spreads. Doesn't hold anymore. Till it was in the fist, in that form, it was holding. Why? Because there is a touch of the immortal being or the soul. There is a touch of that. And that's why Krishna says in this verse, Gama Vesya Bhutani Dharyami Amojasa. Arjun, all these planets which are floating in the sky, I sustain them by my own Teja, my own Oja. I am sustaining them. Imagine when Krishna enters into each and every atom, these planets remain together. They are intact. When destruction takes place at the time of the permanent dissolution, then everything gets dissolved. All these planets, whole universe. It is only sustained, maintained because of the Ojas, my Tejas, or Krishna's Tejas. Because of that. And same thing, when in the purport we saw that the soul pervades this body. Soul pervades the whole body. That means till the soul is there, body is intact. The moment soul leaves, you will leave the body for a few days, it will extinct. It will extinct like anything. You cannot go near the body. It will be filthy smell coming out from the body. Same body is there. So don't lament for that. That's what Arjuna is being told. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport of this verse, 15:13, he says, it is said that one plenary portion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Paramatma, enters into the planets, the universe, the living entity, and even into the atom. So, due to his entrance, everything is appropriately manifested. Whatever whatever manifestation we see, all the planets, everything, it is just because of Krishna's presence. There is no other reason. Further, he says, when the spirit soul is there, living man can float. He gives the example. Srila Prabhupada gave the example in the purport. When the spirit soul is there, you can easily float in the water. The moment somebody is swimming, right, and soul leaves the body, what will happen? Body will sink. Imagine. Aprameyasya. The soul is immeasurable. The weight is weightless. That weightless soul leaves the body, but the same body immediately sinks into the water because soul is not there. So Prabhupada writes, living man can float in the water, but the moment the living spark is out of the body, body is dead and body sinks. So we cannot see, but we can experience the soul. Like we gave the example of somebody swimming. Second example, how is the soul can be experienced? If I take your finger and try to cut your finger, you will allow me to cut your finger? No. What are you doing? You are cutting my finger. You'll come and trying to hit me, right? But you yourself, as a soul, once you leave the body, that body, we cut the finger, we make into pieces, whatever you do, body will never resist. It can resist only when soul. That's how you experience the presence of the soul in the body. The living body, any piercing even by a small pin, it resists, body resists because the soul is there. The soul can be experienced, and that's what instruction to Arjuna. Arjun, just tasmad dasubharata. Don't lament, soul is indestructible, immeasurable, avinasi, and you just fight. Don't think about these bodies. So very nice. This is chapter is a wonderful chapter, and Bhagavad-Gita's basis is this in this chapter. All this instruction about the soul till verse number 30th will be hearing, and then after that Krishna will speak about the duty of Arjuna as a Kshatriya, and then further discussion will go on. So we'll stop here. Time is up. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudev ki, Nityai Gopremanande. Hari Hari Bol. If you have any questions, I have time. If you don't have time, I have no problem. If any question, we can take up, or any comments, suggestions. Yes, Prabhu.
As you mentioned, that Tasmad Vidyasu Bharata, so we should do our particular duty of Brahman and Kshatriya, and these are there. But at last, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself told that Sarva Dharmat Parityajya Mameka. So, what kind of duty we should do? Here, Krishna point is that Yudhasva, do your duty as a fighting, or because I am telling you, so you should fight?
See, Arjuna's duty or our duty is the same. Duty is follow the instruction. As a disciple, you have accepted as a guru, right? Or you have your own father and mother, or you have your elders. If there is a superior instruction given, just follow the instruction. Krishna is giving the instruction at that moment to Arjun to fight. No question, just fight. Okay. Then Krishna gave the instruction, advice to Arjuna. The best thing is Sarv Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranmraja. In the both statements, there is no contradiction, Prabhu. How there is no contradiction? Mam ekam saranamraja. You take shelter of me. Only me, right? That is a full surrender. Once we have full surrender, we don't ask any questions. That means whatever is being told, that we to follow. Now here Krishna is saying, Sarva dharman parityajya, leave all the religion. But Krishna is not saying all which religion. You have to leave all the religion which leads you to the, no, which does not lead to you the Goloka or Bhagwan, Krishna's Loka. Any other religion which is going to take you away from that you should leave. Sarvadharma Pratyaje. But next statement immediately saying, Mam Ekam Sarvaja. There is a religion which you have to follow, and that religion is Mam Ekam Sarvaja. You take my shelter. Here he is saying Tasmait Daso Bharata. That means Krishna is saying, Arjun, I am telling you, just fight. We should have, everything should have been stopped that moment. And Krishna should have picked up, Arjun should have picked up his bow, Gandiva. He started fighting, but he didn't do it. Because still treatment is not complete. He's still so many doubts. He'll keep asking so many questions in so many chapters. But in the end, what he said, Yatechasi tatha kuru. Krishna told, whatever you want to do it, you do it. Krishna said, Arjuna said, Gat Sandeha. My all doubts are clear. Whatever you say, I will do it. That time he gave me full surrender. So in both the things, there is no contradiction, Prabhu. That means, it means clearly, Mahamekam Sunambraja, you just surrender. Whatever is told by Krishna in the form of Bhagavad-Gita, in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, instructions are there. As our duty, we should just follow those instructions. Varna, asrama could be different. And Krishna is giving different instructions for each varna and asramas. We just follow that. Clear? Hare Krishna. Any other thing? Yes, Prabhu.
The soul is made with Sachidanand. Soul is Sachidanand. But when we feel, experience happiness or sorrow, the soul is affected by it.
I spoke before that soul wrongly identifies itself with the body. There is no sorrow, happiness for the soul. There is no sorrow, no happiness, no, there is nothing for the soul. I give you an example. You are sitting in your room, right? And you have your friend Brahmachari. That Brahmachari is elevated to HOD position, right? What will happen? You start thinking, he deserves, he doesn't deserve for this. Why is been, you start questioning, concoction starts, right? Why? You identified yourself, your body and other body also. He is elevated. You start feeling jealous. But suppose he loses big amount, something is there. He deserves that. Yes, good. From your perspective, nothing you have gained, nothing you have lost. If I didn't gain anything, I didn't lose anything, why should I lament or become happy? Right? But it's still because of wrong identification. I become happy, lost. All these pure souls, the pure devotees, they are never affected by anything. We see many examples, right? In every situation, suppose some pure soul is there and he has taken sannyas. Somebody comes and tells him, your so-and-so family member died. What the pure devotee will do? He will just pray to Krishna. Fine. It's your thing. You have taken, it's okay. It doesn't get affected. But normal person, you start immediately lamenting. So it is a wrong identification. That's why we say happiness and the sorrow. Otherwise, for soul, there is nothing. In Golok Vrindavan Dham, whatever exists there, same thing exists here also. It is reflection, perverted form, right? But in Golok Vrindavan Dham, when we say happiness or sorrow, it is just like a service. For example, time, happiness, sorrow. Time, there also, time is in the not form of a condition. Like here is a condition. Happiness, sorrow, time, pain. They're all conditions here. That is unconditioned. There is no condition there. So time is there. Time will what in the form? Time wants to serve. Suppose Radha Krishna is doing some pastime, right? In that pastime, now suppose Jatila and Kutila comes and Radharani has to run. Krishna feel something, Radharani has gone. He faints. These kind of things. This is just a reflection, not a reflection, is service of the time over there. Service of the feeling over there. But they are not conditioning anyone. Here in the material world, they condition us. The moment it wrongly identifies, it affects. How does it affect? It starts affecting our whole thinking process, our own complete uh, existence. People commit suicide sometimes because of this. They lose everything because of this. Whereas you are not affected. Effectively, you are not affected. Okay, Prabhu?
So actually, Prabhu, when we eat delicious food, so that's so the soul experience that taste.
Again, same. Soul doesn't do anything, is not affect. It is only we think. There are sadhus, they will go for madhukari, and you know how do they madhukari? They will have one pot. They will go to the house, ask something. Somebody will put dal, somebody put rasgulla, somebody put something. Everything is there, and they will just take it. They don't feel taste even. So that's the difference. Because we are still wrongly identifying. We are honoring prasadam. As a owner of prasadam, when we get this prasadam is a bitter or sweet or spice, whatever prasadam is there, is prasadam. Just take it. And there are devotees. I have seen in time is going anyway. If somebody is in a hurry, he can leave. In Abu Dhabi, we had a program. Some devotees from Turkey, they came. And after serving the prasadam, you know what they did? The plate, something is left out, right? I'm telling you, my own eyes I have seen this. They took some water, put on that plate, washed that whole plate and drank it. How many will do it? Why? They were Muslims, ex-Muslims, whatever is there. But they did because they know how to honor the prasadam. Need to be single grain. There are many stories, many pastimes, Prabhu. We can keep on talking. There are many pastimes. The third curse to Yamraj from Manduk Muni. Manduk Muni gave curse to Yamraj that he will take birth 3 places. As a king, Maharaj Yudhishthir, son of a Dasi, which is Vidur Maharaj, and third was son of a Sudra, Swapaj Balmiki. That story is there. There is no time to tell the long story. But in the story, same thing is there in that story, that how Swapaj Balmiki took the prasadam. So when you talk of releasing the prasadam, we should be honoring the prasadam. See, something is already been enjoyed by Krishna. Let him enjoy. Bhoktaram Magitapsam Sarlok Maheswaram. We are not the Bhoktaram. He is the Bhokta. We are just simply honoring the prasadam. So when you have that mood, if salt is more or there is no salt, you will not feel. You will just honor the prasadam. That's it. Okay? Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nityai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,